To begin with Google Maps, we're going to tap on the Google icon. It's situated here at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. So I'm going to tap, using my finger, the Google icon to expand it out. The very first icon we have there is Google Maps. I'm going to tap on Google Maps once again, and we're going to open up Google Maps. So there we go. Google Maps is now opened, and you can see on my screen I have the default settings. So we have green for land and blue for water of Northern Ireland situated here. At the top of my screen we can see there's a search bar. In the search bar it has the suggestion of try petrol stations and cash machines. Below that we have some filters. So we can see here we have some filters: restaurant, petrol, groceries, coffee, hotels. So these are some suggestions of maybe places we may be looking for, and we can expand on that by tapping on more. Below that we have a white circle with layered squares. This is your different map types. I'm going to tap on this now just to expand that out. We can see here we have our default map type, we have our satellite view, terrain, and then we have map details. So whether you're going by public transport, you're interested in traffic, possibly cycling, we have some different options. We also can see we have our COVID-19 information, a 3D version, and Street View. So by tapping on the screen, we can hide that menu. So looking at our screen as well, moving down on the right-hand side, we have our circle. Well, it's almost like a bullseye for your location. And below that is a blue circle with an arrow, and that's for your directions. So as you can see, as we move down the right hand of the screen, you can see there's a white circle which looks like a bullseye. This would be your location, and when you tap on that, it will find your location. So by tapping on the circle, it brings up to turn on device location. You can press no thanks or OK. Below that, we have a blue circle with an arrow pointing as a direction. So that's if you want to find directions to a place. As I swipe up, you can see we have Explore Nearby, and I can get, again, the same filters: takeout, restaurant, cafe, bar, maybe some featured lists, some things that have been trending, some top selfie spots, local favourites in Belfast, etc. And you'll see if anybody has tagged me pictures, some recent photos will also feature on Google Maps too. Below all that, we have Explore, Go, any saved directions from before. Contribute, you can add in your own pictures, reviews, and any updates as well. So what we're going to try and find for first of all is we're going to use the suggestion. So try petrol stations and cash machines. So we're going to tap on the white search bar just close to the icon, and we're going to go and look for a cash machine. Okay, so we're searching for a cash machine, and we can see there are quite a lot of cash machines close by. So we have quite a few there. Now we're going to look at the different types. So if I scroll this up, we can see some different cash machines. We can zoom in. You can see there's some cash machines close by. And if I swipe up, you can see we have some pop-ups along here, and I can swipe to find cash machines. So there's one at Junction 1, the Barclays ATM, and it's open 24 hours. And if I wanted directions to this one, we can just tap on directions, and it'll bring up the route. So we tap directions. So you can choose your starting location as your location where you're at, or you can select an area on the map. So we choose your location. Go and find our starting point by tapping on choose start location. We can choose your location where you're at or an area in the map. I'm going to select Antrim. So we're going to say we're in the middle of Antrim, and we want to get to Junction 1. So we can pan and zoom the map. We can zoom in. So I'm going to say I'm at the bus station in Antrim. So if we zoom right in there, I'm going to pick the bus station, and we're going to press OK. And from there, you're going to find the best route. Now, at the minute, it's telling me from the bus station Antrim to Junction 1 is 4 minutes by car. We can see it's by car because the blue car icon under our search bars is highlighted. If I decide I wanted to use public transport, I can try public. And when you do the public transport, you can see it's given you not only the different route options, but the times, departure times, the scheduled information. Perhaps I want to walk. It says it's 23 minutes walking. So it's given me how I can walk there. And if I want to cycle, it's saying 6 minutes, and again, following the road round. So you can see the way the different modes of transport have been highlighted on the map. I'm going to go back to car. So if I was going to travel in car, I have a number of different options. So it's saying here the quickest route is the blue line. If I want to change that route and maybe go out this way, maybe avoid traffic or something, we can tap on the grey line. We can see my route has changed, and my time has also changed from 4 minutes to 5 minutes. Now, what you will also see is along that blue route, there is some orange along the blue route where it says 5 minutes. What that's telling me is there's going to be some congestion, there's going to be some slow traffic, possibly congestion due to the time, perhaps there's roadworks or there's traffic lights. Again, orange means that there's going to be a slowdown of traffic, and red means that traffic is stopped or building up. So that again features in our route options. Up along where it says 8 York Lodge, there are 3 dots at the end. Now, if I tap on these 3 dots, it expands our options. So what are their options in Google Maps? At the minute, we have our route options. We can add a stop. Perhaps I need to stop and pick somebody up along the way. We can search along the route for locations. We can also set a departure or arrival time. So if we are due to arrive somewhere at a certain time, we can set the arrival time and work out the route. What we can also do is add route to home screen. So we have our route set out. I'll show you how to do this in a moment. And we can then add it to our home screen as a wee shortcut. We can also share our directions or share our location also. So once you select your route, you can see here we have a preview of it, or we can do steps. We can see the steps listed out as I scroll down, where I turn, where I go. You can also see there are small pictures beside the different parts of the route. So turn right on the Steeple Road, there's a small picture. This is Street View, and if I tap on this, so if I turn right onto Steeple Road and I tap on Street View, you can see now that I've actually got Street View indicated up. Okay, if I want to go down Street View, I can tap on the screen, double tap where I want to go, and I can now move my finger along the screen, pointing in the direction I want to go in. Again, I'm going to double tap down towards the people, double tap, and it's taken me right down the route. I can expand this window out by tapping on the arrow, the double-ended arrow, or alternatively, the screen has split. All those bright blue roads that are marked indicate where the Google car has gone to. Anything that has not been highlighted, the Google car has not gone there. Okay, so moving on from Street View, we can also share directions if we're sharing them with anybody else, or tap on the 3 dots and you can see we can report a problem if need be. I'm going to press the back arrow to take us back to our steps, and using the navigation button at the bottom, the back arrow, I'm going to hit back again to our original route. Okay, so that's using Google Maps to find something such as an ATM. I have also 2 wee arrows below the 3 dots showing that I can rotate. So if I tap on that, I can rotate it round. So I'm actually leaving from the Barclays ATM and I'm trying to get to the bus station, so I can change that route. Now, I'm going to go back and we're going to plan a journey. So I want to go, let's see, where can we go? I want to go to the Titanic Centre in Belfast. So I'm picking the Titanic Centre in Belfast. I've actually saved this before, so it's saved as a place I want to go. So I'm going to go to Titanic in Belfast. And it's opened it up for me and take me straight there. Now, what we're going to do is I want to get to Titanic in Belfast for a certain time. I've booked tickets. Google has kindly put at the bottom the opening times of the tourist attraction, the directions, what it's about. If I want to book tickets, I can book tickets through this link here. There's even summaries as it's a tourist location of how people found it. And you will find this for hotels and other sort of locations as well. And anybody that's tagged themselves in pictures or added in, popular times, also very helpful, public transport that's near it, etc. Lots of great useful information all through Google Maps. So I've just put in the Titanic in Belfast. I want to go and visit there. So what I want to do is I want to sort out directions first of all. Say if my ticket's already purchased and I have a time to be there by, so I'm going to directions and I'm going to plan my journey for the next day. So I'm choosing my starting location and I'm going to just type in Antrim. I'm going to travel from Antrim to the Titanic in Belfast, and I'm going to start by travelling by car. So it's given me a couple of different routes there to go by, and I'm going to go up the motorway. It's generally the handiest. So we're going to go up the route. As well as that, I want to maybe add a stop. So remember earlier when we tapped on the three dots, I want to add a stop in because I'm going to stop and get diesel. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop. I'm going to add in petrol station. And I'm going to search for a petrol station along the route that I can stop at. And we can see there's quite a few. So what I might do is I might add this in as a possible detour. So if I select, for example, this Maxwell there, we're going to add this one in. I'm going to add this in as a stop. But the way it has listed here is Antrim, Titanic, Belfast and Maxwell. Well, I need petrol, I need fuel along the way. So I'm going to tap on the Maxwell, I'm going to tap on the B. I'm going to tap on the B and I'm going to move it, just tap and hold. So I've added it in under the Antrim to plan my route. So my first stop is going to be the service station and my second stop is going to be Titanic, Belfast. So that's great. And we're going to go back as well, just one wee moment. So that's my route plan, Antrim, petrol station and destination. Starting point, add it in a stop and my destination. So I'm tapping on the three dots again just to show you some other features we can add. So we can edit our stops, we can share, or we can add the route to the home screen. So we're going to add the route to the home screen. We're going to plan that and we can add it automatically. So it means now I have a shortcut on my home screen to access the directions I've already pre-programmed in here. Okay, now the Titanic Belfast, we want to arrive at a time, so I'm just going to going to take out the Maxwell station just for now, and we're going to press finish, and I want to show you how you can add in a departure and arrival time. So my options have changed and I've got set depart or arrive time. So I want to arrive tomorrow. I want to arrive, my tickets are booked for 11. So I'm going to select arrive by and we're going to set 11 AM and my tickets are booked for. So maybe we should be there just a wee bit earlier for parking. If I scroll down, we'll be there actually for 10:50. Not 9:50, 10:50. Perfect. I want to be there and I want to set my arrival time for 10:50 and I press set and it's going to tell me what time to leave at. So it's telling me to be at my location to arrive by that time that I've set by car, that I need to leave on Friday at 10:20. Do be there on time using the route selected. So we can do that. I'm just going to go back now. We've planned our journey. As I said, we've shown you Street View, we have shown you how to set location and also how to plan a journey. But finally, before we go, I've selected the Titanic for another reason also. I want to show you how we do satellite view. So using the satellite view, and I've picked the Titanic, it gives a great example if I tap on the screen. What you can see. So just zoom it out ever so slightly. You can see that there's the Titanic Centre, and if I just go out a little bit, you can see there's actually showing you a good part of the docks and moving out, more of Belfast, showing you quite a good view there. But what I want to do now is I'm going to zoom in again, pinch my fingers out, moving that on the screen, focusing a wee bit just by moving one finger around. I can also rotate, sorry, just to show you, I can also rotate. But what I want to show you is we can zoom right in And if we zoom really close at the Titanic, they have this great feature where it actually shows you the outline of the ship. I see some people walking there. We can see the outline of the lifeboats and the famous chimneys also. So they have this attraction outside when you're walking. So we can zoom that in. Can't see any faces, but we can see somebody's having a wee sit down there just on that moment in time. So there we go. That is how we can use satellite view, and you can view quite a few places around the world. And just zoom out again, just to show you. There we go. And there we go. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope you found that useful.